Good morning, everyone. My name is Esiohe from Shipment, a service of African import and export solution, and we bring you good news. We have just launched our new export app. This export app helps you ship from anywhere in Nigeria to anywhere in the world in just 5 minutes, making your export journey fast and seamless. So I'm going to take you right into it on how you can create your shipments before you bring it down to our warehouse or before you ask someone to come pick it up from your doorstep. Let's get right into it. You have to go to your browser and type in www.exportafricanese.com, and then you'll be sent right into the page. This is what the platform looks like. Now, as a new customer, you have to click on sign up. If you're an old customer, that is, if you have used the platform before, you just go right in, click on login, and then you put in your registered email address and password. So I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to click on sign up now. And then the next page, you have new customers and existing customers. I'm going to click on, of course, new customer and click on continue. Now, once I do that, I'm going to be seeing individual accounts and business accounts. Now, I'm going to be registering under the individual accounts. The business accounts are for customers who actually have businesses with Shipment. So if you're a mini shipper or you ship for a lot of people, you can actually register under the business account. However, right now, the business account is coming soon, it's actually on hold, so you can easily just register under the individual account, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to put in my first name, Esiohe, and I put in my last name. Then the middle name is optional. If you want to, you can. Then you put in your phone number, which is very important. I'll go ahead to put in my email address. Please ensure you put in your valid email address, because this is the email address where all the updates regarding your shipment is going to be sent to, so it needs to be valid. I'm going to put in mine right here, and I'll put in my password. Ensure that your password you're actually using a strong password, which should entail about 8 characters. You should have a special character added to it, an uppercase or a lowercase letter. This is just for security purposes to make sure that your account is safe. Then I'm going to confirm my password as well. Okay, so once you confirm everything you have imputed on this page is correct, you can click on create accounts. Okay, so I'm going to go into my email because an email has been sent to me for me to verify my email address. I just registered on the platform. So as you can see, Shipment has welcomed me into the platform. They sent me a first email, which is welcoming me on board to the platform. And then to click continue, I'm going to click on the second email, which is verify my email address. I'm going to click on the tab that says verify email address from my own email address. Now, once I do that, it's going to take me back to the page. So I'm back to the login page. Since I already have an account, I cannot log in. This shows that my account has been verified. So let me put in my registered email address now and password. This is my registered email address. And then I'm going to input the password now. This is my password. So you can click on remember me if you want your details to be saved, as your login details to be saved on the platform, or you can choose to ignore it and just click on login. Right, I am right in to the warehouse now. So this is what my warehouse looks like. Just by the side, the left-hand side, this is my name. You can see my unit number. And then this is where I'm going to be able to create my shipments. The shipment I plan to export to the UK. I'm going to click on create shipments to put in the details of the shipment I plan to export. When you have the full address, you put in your address. Wow, this is good. So the Google API actually helps me fill in that information. So all I need to do is just select from the drop down, and then I put in my first name. Remember, this is the sender's details. I put in my last name, and then I put in my email address. Remember what I said about the email address being really important, because as a sender, this email address has to be valid so that all updates and notifications regarding your shipment is sent to you. My address line 1, remember the address I put at the top is auto-filled already in address line 1. I can decide to put in the landmark, which is, I'm going to put in along Airport Road, just to make it easy. And then my country is Nigeria. Lagos has already been auto-filled as well, even the city and the zip code. So I'm going to put in my phone number again. Remember what I said about you having your phone number here? It has to be the registered phone number, because it can be put across to you regarding the updates on your shipment. Please verify one more time to ensure that all the details that have been fed in on this page is correct. If you're sure and you have confirmed that it is the correct details you have here, then you can go ahead to click on next step. Your record has been saved. Now you go ahead to, and once you click on continue, it takes you right to where you're to add your receiver's details. Remember, you're putting in the information of the person who's going to be receiving the items. So I'm going to start with putting in the full address. Okay, and I can pick from any of the drop downs I have on my screen right now. So I'm going to pick in the correct address, which is number 1 Enmond Close, Cottingham, UK. And then I put in the person's first name and their last name. Once I'm done, I put in the valid address of the receiver. Please ensure that the address you're putting in, the email address you're putting in of the receiver has to be the valid email address, because he or she is going to be receiving information or updates regarding the shipment before it's delivered in the destination country. So my address line 1 has already been auto-filled, and I can put in a landmark if I decide to. So I'm going to be putting in the city, just to ensure that the items are delivered to the right place. The country, the state, and the zip code has been auto-filled as well. So I'm going to put in the city again, Cottingham. And then the phone number of the receiver. Since it's going to UK, I'm going to be using the country code for UK, which is +44. And then I have the numbers imputed. As stated earlier, ensure that the number you're also imputing into the receiver's details is the correct number, because he or she will be called before the item is delivered to their doorstep. Now you confirm everything is correct, your receiver's details that you've imputed on the platform is correct, then you can go ahead to click on next step. Alright, so I have my information saved, then I click on continue to get to the next page. Now, this is the page where I get to put in my delivery information. So I'm going to be selecting the warehouse that is closest to me, or the warehouse that is closest to wherever it is I want the items to be picked up from. And since the warehouse closest to me is actually Ajao Estate, I'm going to click on Ajao Estate. If you're on the island, you can pick the VI office. If you're around the Yaba Axis, you can pick the Yaba office. Depending on, like I said, it depends on your proximity. So I have to select the delivery type. I have the drop-off, which means I can create my shipment and have the dispatch rider drop off at any of the warehouses I've selected, which is Ajao Estate in this contest. Or I can select the walk-in, which is after creating my shipment, I bring in the shipments to the warehouse for them to have it updated. Or I can go for the pickup, which I'm going to be doing right now, where I get to, ask for a pickup for my items to be picked up from my address and then delivered to the warehouse where they can package it and have it shipped out. So I'm going to select the pickup option. Now, since I've selected the pickup option, I have to also select the type of pickup, which means it could be a bike, it could be a car or a minivan, depending on the size of the item I intend to pick up. I'm going to be selecting the bike because it's just a small item. And yeah, since I already selected pickup, I'm being asked if the address I'm going to be picking up from is the same address as my sender's address. If it's the same, I can click on yes, it's the same. But if it's not, if it's a different address, I'm going to click on no, it's different. And since it's different, my pickup address is different, I'm going to click on no, it's different. Now, once I click on no, it's different, I have the option of putting in the new address. That is my pickup address. Since it's different from my sender's address, I'm going to input that now. Banner close of Latif. Oh, good. So I can actually select it from the drop down again. So I'm going to be selecting the right address, which is this. And I'll be putting in my name. First name and last name. And then my email address. Okay, then I put in my landmark if I want to. Just to make it easy for the pickup. Now the country and the state has been auto-filled. All I need to do is put in the right city, which is Ajawa State. And then my phone number again. So I'd rather can put a call across and have the items picked up. I confirm that the details that I've imputed here, that's my pickup details, are correct, and then I go ahead to click on next step. Now, since my messages have been saved, I would click on continue to continue the process. After clicking on continue, it takes me to another page where I get to add my boxes and put in the items I intend to ship. So I'm going to be clicking on, I can decide to toggle off this if I don't have the dimensions of my boxes, or I can leave it open. It depends on what I want. If I have the dimensions, I can leave it on, and then I click on add new box. Now, since I have the dimensions of my box, I'm going to impute the dimensions. But like I said, if you don't have the dimensions, you can always click on toggle off to have it put off. Okay, then I'll put in the weights. I just put in the dimensions of the box. I'm going to put in the weights now. Then I click on this to add the item inside the box. The nature of my item. It can be a plastic bag, it can be a leather bag. It depends on the kind of bag you intend to ship. Now for me, I intend to ship a leather bag. So I'm going to put in leather bag. Oh, okay. So once I put in leather, there's a drop down where I can actually select the kind of bag I'm shipping out. So I just go into this where I have orders with uppers of leather or composition leather and have it selected. Once I do, it auto-fills automatically, and then I can put in the quantity I'm shipping. Since I'm shipping just one, I'm going to put in the value. The value of this bag is actually 3,000 naira. And then I can put a description. So for description, since I'm shipping a leather bag and it's a red leather bag, I'm just going to put in. Now the description is to actually describe the item I'm actually shipping. And since I'm shipping a small red leather bag, I'm just going to put in that and the space available for it. So small red leather bag. And then it says here that invoices are mandatory for customers involved in export to UK or any European country. And remember, I'm shipping my items to UK, so I need to put in my invoice here. So what I need to do is either click here, or if I have the image on my screen, I just drag it down. So I'm going to click here. Remember, when putting in the image, the file you're putting in here, or the picture you're about to put in here, has to be smaller than 5 MB. Okay, it's been saved. So all I need to do is ensure that the information I put in on this page is actually correct. So I've gone back to checking it. Bag, leather bag, quantity is 1, value per item, which is one bag I'm shipping is 3,000, and I've also described the bag. I've also put in my invoice. Since my shipment is going to UK, invoice is mandatory for my items to be able to fly out of the country. Now, once that has been done, I'm going to click on Save Item. This is what I have here. I just created an item inside my box. So if I decide to put in another item, if I was shipping another item, all I need to do is click on Add Item, and then it takes me back to where I'm to put in my dimensions, my weight, and the name of the item I intend to ship. Or if I'm adding another box, I can click on Add Box here, add a new box here, and fill in my item again. But since I'm shipping just one bag, I already have my details filled in here. I'm going to click on Continue. It shows that all my information has been saved. It's showing me what I have imputed as my item. It's also showing me my sender's information, which was what I filled in earlier, and my receiver's details. And of course, my pickup. Remember, I actually selected pickup. So this is my pickup information, and this is my warehouse information. Remember, I actually selected my delivery details, where I want the items to be packaged after it's picked up. It's showing me that already. And because I actually selected the pickup as my delivery option, I have an additional fee for this particular service. So I'm going to go ahead again to check for the box details, which is stated on the page. I have my total chargeable weight as 1 kg based on what I imputed. I have my dimensions, I have my bag, I have the description of the bag, I have the values, the value I imputed to for the bag, and as well as the quantity. As I'm going through all the information I have imputed on the system, if I notice that there's an information that is wrong or an information I need to remove or add, I can always scroll down and click on Back to Edit for me to be able to edit it. Since the information I have on my screen is correct, I'm just going to click on this tab stating that I confirm that my information is correct and I've agreed to the Ship to Nigeria Terms of Use and Privacy Policy. You can click on any of these links to read the privacy policy for Ship to Nigeria, and after that has been done, you click on Confirm, so you can proceed to the next page. Now my information has been saved again, so all I need to do is click on Pay Now if I want to pay now. But if I don't want to pay now, I can go back to my shipment, and since it's already saved, I can decide to pay later. But since I'm going to pay now, I'm just going to proceed to make payment. Okay, so I am on the payment platform now. I have I can make payment through using my card. I can make payments doing via online transfer, and I can also pay with the Pay Attitude, which is still using my own card to make payment. However, I'm going to be going with the card option. So this is me putting in my card information. So once I've put in my card details, I'm going to click on Pay. And then I input my 4-digit card PIN. I'm being asked to confirm the OTP that has been sent to my phone. So I'm going to do that right now and confirm my OTP.